Okay, so what's the student name? Who is there online?
Kanika this side.
Kanika. Yeah, hi Kanika. Amit here. Okay, let me
I have it.
introduce myself also. I have 10 plus a year of experience in BI. I used to take session on QlikView, Tableau, MicroStrategy, and MSBA, and also I'm also a working professional or as a solution architect and project manager in one of the CMMA level company. And I used to get involved myself in this freelancing also whenever I get time. So this is pretty much about myself. Okay. So now coming into QlikView, what's your prior understanding of QlikView? Have you heard about this, or do you have any presentation on that?
Yes, I have a little bit exposure onto the QlikView, how to create a dashboard, data model, somewhat understanding. But this is like an overview I've done. Just like I've created a certain kind of POC, you can say.
Okay, all right. Now, do you have any SQL understanding? SQL?
Yes, yes. I have previously worked onto the Cognos and SQL Server.
Okay, great. So you can catch the subject matter pretty well. Okay. Now,
Yes.
QlikView is a business intelligence tool, and when I say business intelligence and when I say reporting, there are two different terms. Reporting is a subset of business intelligence, whereas business intelligence is a very broad sense where we have different aspects like extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas reporting is only a loading part, okay, or data visualization part. So a BI is also extracting the data from the real world, transforming the data as per the desired result set, then loading those data to visualization layer. So in QlikView, in this BI, overall we will not post any data to database. It's a unidirectional. Okay, only fetching the data from database, transforming and loading. As a whole, we will do this. Okay, across the session. Now, why QlikView? Why not other tools? There are also different tools are here like TIBCO Spotfire, MicroStrategy, SSI, SSAS, Microsoft SSAS, IBM Cognos, SAP BI View and all. Why you are using QlikView and why even other BI tools are also migrating to QlikView? What are the universal selling points? These are the few points like QlikView has very high-end graphical look and feel. QlikView is visually it is very advanced in performance wise it is also very faster. In visually it has some different charts like Google Map, it has bar chart, pie chart, line chart, a bubble chart, area chart, lot of charts are there which you can create, and it is also customizable like anything. All data stores in memory. So QlikView has a magical concept. It can be able to store any number of data in its front end. It's just like storing data into buffer or RAM. Okay, so definitely as a result your data retrieval will be faster because we will not directly depend on the database. However, if you fetch the data from database also, again it will be routed through that in memory. So in case of any analysis, in case of doing slicing and dicing, it will not depend on database. It will instantly give you the result from that in memory. Am I make sense?
Yes.
Just interrupt me wherever you feel understanding gap. Okay. Um, Traditional VI tools works with view, whereas QlikView has an intermediate approach which does not create the views in the database and fetch the view to UI. We prefer to fetch the tables to front end and store in form of offline data source files. Those files are called QVD files. So individual tables we are fetching from database are considered to be individual QVD files. And we again load those QVD to another layer called data model, where we join those table and form a schema. That's what we call as a data model. As a result, this data model is much more faster than loading the data from any view. It makes associative connection which makes query through tools. So you don't need to join the tables by writing joining scripts. Through tools also you can make a relationship. So QlikView has a inbuilt feature. It automatically relates table or associate table or join tables while it found there is a common column name in multiple tables. Okay, if it's found in 2 to 3 tables are having a single column which is common in 3 tables, so QlikView will automatically join them. Okay, so in this way it is also very developer friendly. Query writing is become lesser here. It is available on window interface, web interface and mobile interface. It can be deployed in Windows Server only. Any data integration, any data in the world, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, Netezza, okay, HP Vertica, PostgreSQL, MySQL, you can fetch the data from almost all the databases in the world. Okay, so these are the key features. And coming to this association, as I said, QlikView associates table. It is different from normal joining. Just consider left side is a traditional BI where we do joining in database and fetch those view to UI, whereas in QlikView we fetch the tables in form of QVDs and join the QVDs in data model. So in this case, what's the benefit? In the left side there is a, say it's a hierarchical data. You have added those tables into UI. Now you need to select with certain protocol. You need to first select region, then state, then product and so on. Without selecting the topmost data you cannot go on deeper. Okay, but in QlikView all tables are associated to each other. They form some certain mechanism like okay, so any table, any granular table or any bottommost table you can click, it will select the data from all the other respective tables. So in this case it is also user friendly and any layman can make analytics that does not need to have any understanding of the selection.
Yes.
Now these are some other few points. Okay, now coming to products. In the session we'll be covering these all features. QlikView package has, QlikView portfolio has these 3 parts. Developer, which is a part of your QlikView development, QlikView publisher and QlikView server, which are the part of your administration. Okay, so QlikView developer is a window-based application, window-based tool through which you can develop your dashboard. It's basically IDE, okay, integrated development environment. Now publisher is a server component. Basically it just schedules your dashboard. It's part of your administration. So what it does, publisher just acts as a scheduling engine. Okay, so scheduling engine means it will always check the heartbeat of your system and you can set some schedules, you can create some triggers in publisher and it will, in that schedule it will reload your dashboard. Okay. So say my dashboard will be loaded early in the morning, so that when my business user will come at 9 o'clock, they will see the latest data in place. So I need to schedule the dashboard early in the morning. So every morning your scheduler will trigger and reload those dashboards. Okay. So it's an automation process. make your dashboard automated. Now server is a hosting engine just like IaaS or just like Tomcat, just like WAMP server for PHP. Okay. You must have heard about these servers, right? Tomcat server for Java application, IaaS server for .NET application. Likewise, QlikView server for uh, deploying QVW application. Okay, QVW file, which is a QlikView dashboard files. Any question on these products?
Yes, I have a little bit of questions onto it. What if I don't do any of the stuff into the, suppose if I skip the publisher section, and
Okay.
is there any feasibility that I can directly put my application into the QlikView server?
Yes, you can put. Publisher is actually an additional component. You can opt it or you cannot also. You can also
Okay.
schedule your dashboard to be reloaded through Windows Scheduler. Okay.
Okay. That means only
I'll
the task be okay.
So server and developer is must. Okay. Server need to be
Okay.
deployed, but in the server package there is an option that you can also omit publisher to be selected. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
though it is a single software, but needs two different licenses for publisher and server.
Okay.
If you can smartly do some other way also, there is other way. Okay, usually publisher, many companies does not use publisher because ultimately publisher use the Windows scheduler to execute a dashboard. So you can also create some batch files and reload your dashboard through batch files by Windows scheduler. That all will be covered in the administration part. Okay, don't be confused. Now this is what our architecture is. Your work would be started as a developer in QlikView Desktop. This is a development package software. You start developing here. Finally, you got your dashboard ready after development. In dashboard file structure, you will get majorly this QVW and QVD. QVW is a source code file. QVD is a data file. Okay, so these QVD files need to be daily basis updated so that you will get a latest data into your dashboard. So after development is completed, you need to configure this with QlikView Publisher. So QlikView Publisher will automate this data loading process from the different data sources. At the bottom you have different data sources. Okay, so data loading process will be automated and placed here. The latest QVD will be automatically generated every morning. Now this procedure will be replicated in QlikView server also. QlikView server is another production server where you will just migrate this code to there. There it is called user documents. You need to configure those user documents in QlikView server, and finally by accessing QlikView server, a client can see the dashboard through web browser. Okay, so through web browser client can see the dashboard. In order to see the dashboard, QlikView provides a portal called Access Point, okay, which is an extension of your QlikView server. So Access Point is just a portal where you need to log in with some credentials. That credentials you can generate through QlikView server. So client which is a layman or which is using a dummy terminal, they may not have a QlikView installed in their system. They can simply browse their application through web browser. Okay, were you able to catch this?
Yes, I am able to.
Now this is a workflow. Let's starting from the left. You have different datas. Yes, you will be giving the data first. Then you need to install QlikView development package, either professional edition, enterprise edition, or QlikView personal edition. There are three different editions. Functionally they are same, but only difference is in personal edition you can develop everything, but you cannot migrate your code to other system. If you do so, then your code will not work in other system because it's a personal edition code. That's the only thing. But in your own machine you can create, you can practice, you can keep your dashboard forever. Now, say using development, after development is completed, you need to configure this in publisher. Then data loading will be automated. Then you need to go to server. In server, you need to create some directory, some virtual directory through which you can map that QVW files, that source code files. And finally, you will generate a credential in QlikView Access Point portal. So this portal you can see and you can access your dashboard. So dashboard is also called QlikView Analyzer. This is what the workflow. Now this is how your access point looks like. Okay, this is a proprietary login page of QlikView. Once you access your QlikView server through IP address, you need to only write IP address of the QlikView server /QlikView. Then it will show this window. This credential through which you need to log into your dashboard, this credential should be created in QlikView server. Okay. So QlikView server, which is this one, is managed through a GUI, graphic user interface. That GUI is called QlikView Management Console. Okay, through QlikView Management Console or through QMC, you can manage your server very effectively. That's a tool-based console, so you can use the tools and you can manage your server easily. So that was about QMC, and this is access point in order to log into your dashboard. So log in it, this portal will enable all your dashboard. Those are deployed in QlikView server. If you click one, it will show your dashboard like this. You have this bar chart. This is a stacked bar chart. This is a pie chart. This is Google Map analysis. These are, list boxes where we have, mini chart. These are filters. These are also filters. Okay, selections. So there are different objects are there. So that's why it is called as a dashboard. Dashboard means there are many different type of elements: search box, chart, map, filter. So it's composed of a single window called dashboard. These are the basic, chart controls of QlikView, through which you can create numerous charts. Any chart is customizable up to any extent. A single chart can perform differently by changing its property. So as I told, QlikView has an in-memory analysis. When you load the data to front end, you will be able to join the table like this, and those tables can be also visually seen to this window. This window is called in-memory viewer or internal table viewer. So when you join the table, you can see the table attributes. These tables is joined together with this common field called unique ID. These are some more screenshot of the dashboards. Now let me take you to a tour of real-time dashboards. This is QlikView desktop which I have here. Let me show you a few of the training dashboards. Say this is one of the dashboard in the past training sessions. This is the landing page of your dashboard normally, and if you want to see the table of the dashboard, you can just click Ctrl T. You can see these tables of the dashboard. Those are used in this for this analysis. This is delivery order number. This is delivery order number. This is delivery order number. Okay, so all these tables are joined together through this common attribute called delivery order number. These two tables are joined together, this common attribute called subcode. Okay, so this is what we have, the association. These two tables are independent because they do not have any common attributes to join. Okay, make sense?
Yes, but if you don't mind, can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure, please.
Actually, if in case I talk like QlikView is more faster. So if I talk
Mhm.
in the logical terms, how the data loading is more faster as compared to other tools. Because if in case I take some of the SQL Server databases, how the
Mhm.
relationships gets created more, how the tables in tables
See,
the data is
see,
much
I will
faster.
just.
If I
Yeah, continue, please.
that's done from my side.
Okay. So data is now, I'll just delete the database. I'll just delete even the QVD, but I can see my data here with me, because once I have this QVD with me, QVW with me, see my dashboard. This is my dashboard. This is in the QlikView dashboard. Okay. This is my project folder where I have different other folders. In this application folder, I have my dashboard. Now, in my dashboard, data is there in the dashboard itself, inside the dashboard. But in other tool, they depend upon some third party source or SQL server or database to get data. But when QlikView is loaded initially, it takes all the entire data to the dashboard itself. If you want to see those data, you can also see this data which is there in the dashboard itself. It has some in memory, it has some buffer which stores the table inside the front end only. So when you do any analytics like this, just have, we see any dashboard, say I'll click here, particular 2 months. See, it does not took any little time to fetch the data from here, because the data is there in the front end itself. It shows all the calculation and they are all interrelated. These charts are so beautiful, showing month wise sales. Again, an individual month is divided into multiple weeks. Okay, week 2, week 1, week 3, week 4, and individual weeks I can see the stocks. In week 2, I can found this highest amount of stocks. I want to see those stocks in the table. I can immediately click here also. In the chart itself, you can click and you can produce a report. See, click it. In the second week, how many stocks are there? Those all are viewed here. You can see in this table also, they are all second week data of January. So this is very faster, and I'll just select, say, VAT is 16%. I'll just change it to 17%. You'll see in this report, all your reports data is changing quickly. Now coming to different controls. This is a radar chart. This is combo chart. This is also a combo chart. This is Miko chart. There are various type of chart. This is a block chart which shows the different item in different bigger to smaller blocks. This is funnel chart. This is a pie. This is bubble chart. This is grid chart. Bigger the bubble is have the bigger values in the orders. So this is the glimpse of a dashboard. I'll also show you some of more beautiful dashboards like expense management. So here this is a dashboard where you can see the data models also. These tables are all interrelated. You can also see their data and source codes in the table viewer. It has the source code editor where all those tables are loaded. Now go to the second tab, get started. We have all these user interfaces where you can analyze all those data. You can select one particularly. say this particular chart, you can click here, or this particular month you can click. You can see all the analytics is immediately reflecting in the UI. Okay, it's not taking even a single second, and all these objects are clickable. That's the beauty of the BI. Say I can click this bar chart, November. I can see the expenses. I can see the spendings of the organizations. I can see this. I can hover the mouse on this pie chart. It will be pop out. So your buttons will look beautiful, and you can also click it. And in this way, you can make any type of analytics, and it will be also easier for you to make decisions. Okay. So that's pretty much from my side. Like it's to give you a heads up that how the BI QlikView looks like. So any question on this?
Yes, somewhat. It's just like how in-memory loading takes place, if in terms that I want to know. Because
Sorry, come again. Come again.
all this stuff, how in-memory loading takes up, how it's ClickView said to be as an in-memory tool.
Okay. Sales and distribution dashboard. Okay. This is my dashboard where I'm just loading the data. Now I'll just make this layer commented. I'll just save it and I'll just load it, reload. Now in-memory goes. No data is there in the in-memory. Control T, nothing is there. Okay. Now in the dashboard there is no data here with me. Now if there is no data, you can see all your dashboards, all your objects are blank. All this data are showing blank. In my dashboard, in the application, we have the data in form of QVDs. These are called the QlikView data files. Okay, where you can get all those data just like in Excel format. And individually, they are also individual tables. But again, we are loading this data to QlikView. But even if you load it, it again directly not depend on QVD. It just takes all those data to its in-memory and get disconnected. Now, even though there is a connection with the QVDs, in QVD there are data, but they are not loaded to in-memory, so you cannot see any data in the internal memory view. If you just load the data model layer, from the data model where we load those QVDs and made the relationship, it will load those data to in-memory. See, here the data is that they are come to the in-memory. Now if you want to see it again, I'll just do one thing, just comment it out, reload. There is no data in the in-memory, save it. So see, what is the size of my application now? 4121 KB. Okay, 4121 KB because I don't have the data in place. Now I'll just comment and reload and save it. Now see the data of this 4322 KB. Okay, so the difference is the data occupied in the QVW file. This is a QVW file, which is our UI or the source code file. So the data also occupy the size inside this dashboard, but the data stored in the dashboard itself. Inside the dashboard itself. That's what we call as in-memory. You can see this in-memory from here also. Now tables are loaded into this. So as a result, the data stored in the front end, the analytics become faster. If you click anything, just immediately it will show. Click any report, immediately it will show. Okay?
Okay.
Sure then. So I hope you have enjoyed the session, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll meet for the live session. Okay? You can
Sure,
share
just
your
I have
feedback to
certain
Srikanth.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I have certain questions that I need to ask. Actually, I'm aware about all those stuff, how to create chart and somewhat like that. But I'm more looking
Mm-hmm.
into this stuff wherein I can know that when situation when I need to use the bubble chart, situation when I need to use scatter
Yeah,
chart.
that is it. So just a demonstration. So I didn't thought of to tell all those things,
That's I
but
actually we are
you have the yeah. Go ahead.
actually
Hello.
I need to customize the course. Hello.
Yeah, sure. The code can be customized to any extent, and there are a lot of things. Like even if you have started doing some hands-on, but you cannot be an enterprise level expert because there are a lot of programming languages here. You need to write many expressions to customize the code. You need to learn the programming language of QlikView that is called set analysis. You need to learn some macros. You need to learn some visualization best practices. You need to learn the security factor, which is role-based security. So there are a lot of things there. It's a huge area altogether. Okay, so if you get into the subject matter, we'll definitely go with all the topics, and Srikanth will share you the course content where you can get all those topics in the course content. What all will be covered. Okay, and share your
Yeah,
feedback.
because
Then
I'm
we'll
more
move. Yeah. You must be looking for some advanced
okay. Sure.
level training because you have already hands-on with basics
Yes.
of QlikView, and you have also Cognos developer. I can understand. So definitely all those advanced level training like publisher, server practices, in QlikView, there are a lot of advanced features and there. Heavy designings, customizations, all those things will be covered. Okay. So look at the source
And
course
one
content and
more
definitely compare. Yeah. Tell me.
sure, and one more suggestion from I need certain kind of stuff. It's just like I am having a personal edition, and if in case I want to open the document or the QW files for other, is there any alternative for opening that? Because I know that we just have a limitation when we are working with four personal edition, just four files can be opened.
Mhm. Yeah.
So will
You
you be
you
able to provide a license kind of?
I'm not able to hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Tell me. Tell me once again.
So I was just asking if in case um, I was just asking that if in case you could provide a suggestion or any of the internet intelligent alternatives that we can go for opening the documents. Oh, sorry, the click QW files.
Queryable files from other systems. Those are developed from other systems.
Yes, it's just like yes. That means for
You
that,
need
otherwise I need to take a license version and license version.
no. License version doesn't require. You can have a practice up to any extent. You can keep your dashboard with you. There is no constraint. But other system dashboard cannot be open provided you need to have a document license. If you have to open from other system codes in your system, you need to have a document license. So there is no other smarter way to open it. So they are very smart from us.
Okay. And that's the reason.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just
Hmm.
like I need a license. Okay.
No, not required to being a license
Thanks.
in the personal user. For training, you can have a personal edition. Whatever I'll do, I'll share you the course. Whatever I'll do, I'll share the training mechanism, videos, recordings. You can have practice and create the same in your system. And in the middle of the session, I'll be also sharing you some advanced level assignments which you will do by yourself and gain more confidence. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay then. Thanks for sparing the time. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully we will meet in the live session.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.